Welcome, everybody. Take what resonates and discard what doesn't. Alrighty. This is Moonshine. Coming in with some holiday messages for everybody. Always remember to take what resonates and leave what does not resonate. You know what I mean? Okay. Feel free to fast forward a little bit here for a second. I've been running around all day, so I need to just do a little grounding ceremony here for a second. Just like I said, fast forward if you don't have the time. Where is my light? There it is. All right, here we go. Okay. So we have Cancer, the third house, and the North Node. I was like, oh, okay. Cancer is going to be the fourth house then. Okay. Gemini is the third house. Communication. What? Why did you go out? Oh, well. There goes that candle. Something blew out like a candle in the wind. I swear. It's home. This North Node. Maybe there's going to be major movement in communication with somebody soon. It could be the future. This could be like definitely some kind of prophecy. And I am not going to lie, I'm kind of digging it. Do you want these cards? Okay, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. What up, Sarah? How's it going, buddy? We are just about to begin. We have the North Node, Cancer, and the third house. All right. Take what resonates. Okay, give me this North Node, please. What is this North Node? Really? Okay, so the message I'm kind of getting is I feel as if somebody doesn't want you to get this message. That's why I feel like the cards are coming in reverse. And it's one of those, like, and then it ends up with the Five of Swords. And Five of Swords is always that betrayal behind your back. Okay. It's just like, which weapon are they going to choose to use, right? To attack you with. Some type of independence. They want you to raise the red flag. They want you to be in danger. They don't want you to know that something is about to happen. That's what I'm getting. They want to keep this message from you. I mean, fucking bully, obviously. Okay, Cancer energy. Lovers. The Hermit. Four of Wands now. It's like, whenever I get this card, it always makes me feel like someone's going to come to your door. Or your door is the answer. Or they need to get to your door. Something like that, okay? But then the Hermit energy with the Lovers. When Elle does her work, okay, she has to be all by herself. Even though without Mike, Elle like freaks out. Okay? But when she does her work, Mike will be a distraction. Okay? I don't know if you've ever seen Stranger Things, but I have not seen the new season. All right? I'm one of those people. I'll probably watch it in a couple of years. I'm just like that. Okay? So it seems like this could be something like there's some type of partnership that's coming or something that's going to allow you to work in peace. You know, like if you are being interfered or if at work right now, you know, you've got a lot of like, you know, people making noise and fucking with you, and that's all going to change soon. There's this new door coming, and it might be because of somebody else. Okay. It's like wherever it is you are, your current situation doesn't look good. And that's why they want it to keep looking really bad. So then you don't see what could happen beyond it. I feel like now you have weapons at your disposal as opposed to people having all of these things that they can use against you. You now have a bunch of things that you can use against other people. So whatever this relationship is, it's something that's coming in that's literally like meant to be. Like it's a really good partnership, because if somebody can actually understand you to realize if there are, you know, issues with like mentally kind of sometimes, right? The worst thing that collective has to deal with is narcissists, where collective's trying to get their head straight and somebody is sitting in front of them trying to be the center of attention. And it's so fucking frustrating dealing with people who cannot handle themselves or be alone or have a fucking conversation without somebody around. You know, those codependent people that are like literally so codependent that they can't even walk to the store by themselves. They need you always there. For collective, that's not a good relationship for us, because we need our time alone. It's very important to have time alone. Whether or not it's time in your car alone, it's time for a walk, a day by yourself. You need time where things aren't getting in, right? If you have a partner that's just constantly knocking on your fucking door 24/7, collective will eventually, it's almost as if date them just because they feel sorry for them. Well, this person needs me. They need me. They need me. No, they don't. They're codependent. They need somebody, but it doesn't need to be you. It just needs to be someone, because they need a mommy or a daddy there with them. right? That's where codependent relationships stem from, is really people who still need that secureness beside them of a mother or a father taking care of them, protecting them, driving them around, still treating them like a child, right? We have a lot of our ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends out there are like this. They want a mommy, they want a daddy, they want somebody to take care of them. They want somebody to do their laundry, drive them around, cook for them. Okay, and if you don't do these duties, there's a serious fucking fight involved afterwards, because now they say that you're not stepping up to your part of the relationship. Anything that narcissists can do to turn everything around on you with everything they've done, they fucking will. Okay, so if you've kind of given up on relationships, which no doubt, it's not that you've given up, but it's, what the fuck can you expect me to do with people that won't even give you 5 minutes, because now they're going, oh, what's wrong? What did I do to bother you? Why do you have to go on a drive by yourself? Why can't I come? Why do you need to be away from me? What did I do? What did I say? Oh my God, shut your mouths. Honestly. 9 times out of 10, I feel like collective goes crazy with people and they just let it happen because they see themselves as, if they don't put up with the crazy person who won't stop talking and interrupting them, they don't get anybody at all. Trust me, there's a way better run around the corner. Or if these people just decide that they're going to grow up and stop being codependent, then they would make great relationships with you. But that's the thing, you realize that you're not codependent. You might like to do it with a partner, but it doesn't mean you have to. Solo artists, so much of us are. Okay, because it turns out that there isn't a whole lot of relationships or a whole lot of people that we would actually give a shit about, right? Take a bullet for. If you won't take a bullet for somebody, what's the fucking point of being around them? I mean, seriously, like, ask yourself, if you're banging somebody or you're with somebody and you won't take a bullet for them, is it really worth it? Because, like, think of it on the other, roles reversed. They would take a bullet for you, but if you wouldn't for them, why are you there? Like, what are you doing? Like, that's kind of how I go by every relationship as, if I wouldn't take a bullet for you, I don't really have any need for you. Unless you're like a company and I like you. Like, I worked with this one company the other day. They were fucking great. I would advertise for them in a second. They were amazing. They were easy. They were quick. They were efficient. They were communicative. The guy kept in touch with me every day on the progress of what was going on. Talk about customer service. Like, it was incredible. And I would recommend them 1,000 times 10. Right? That's the thing. That whoever this partnership is for you is very much like that, right? Communicative with you, but not right beside you, strung to you, glued to you, that if you leave them, they're going to break down and die. Like, my stepmother used to react like, if my father is not around her, she's going to die. Okay, like this, and then she puts her hands on him all the time and goes, this is my soulmate. It's my husband. Well, she's speaking to his daughters. You know what I mean? Like, talk about a damsel in distress. Really? You can't take your husband being away from you for more than 5 fucking seconds to spend time with his daughters? There's something wrong with you. Okay, that's called an abusive, controlling relationship. When your partner won't let you out of their sight. That is not good. If they are controlling your money, that is not healthy. Okay? Unless you have a serious addiction and you have to have your credit cards taken away from you, nobody tells you how much money you can spend if you're out there making it too. Okay? I mean, that's the thing. Is like, you gotta be, if you're smart about your money, then they shouldn't be controlling it. If you are faithful in your relationship, then they shouldn't be worried about it. Right? There are so many red flags that people show you in relationships, but you have to be the one that picks up that red flag and goes like, damn, I never saw it like that before. That's pretty disgusting. And that's going to get worse. Right? That's the thing with bad habits. You got to nip that shit in the butt right away or it gets out of control. If these people have already gotten out of control, you can't nip nothing in the butt, and don't fucking think you can. And like these, people are weak when they give you, what do you call that? When they give you an ultimatum, they're weak when, they don't have a next move when they fucking threaten you with an ultimatum. Ultimatums are people who know that they're losing control of a relationship, or they wouldn't put the ultimatum out there because that's a threat. Do this or you're not going to get this. Choose this path or you're not going to have this. You either do this for me or you don't have me. How is that not massively abusive, right? But it's like, but they love me. They say they love me. No, they fucking don't. No, they don't. Ultimatums aren't love. Control is not love. Telling you what to do and where to go and who to be friends with is not love, okay? Unless you have a massive misjudgment and are a horrible people person and do not know a pedophile from a fucking saint, you don't need anybody telling you who the fuck to hang out with, okay? But desperate people do desperate things, and they pick relationships where somebody wears the pants and then the other one walks around naked. I don't understand that whole saying. Who's the one that wears the pants in the relationship? As opposed to what? The one who's naked or the one who's wearing a skirt, who's letting their vagina show? I mean, honestly, these stupid fucking sayings, that's what makes people weak, is when they listen to sayings and they listen to people and they don't do what they really want to do. You know a person's weak when, okay? So if you've stayed single, it's probably one of those reasons why. Okay, you're not going to put up with people telling you what to do. You're not going to put up with ultimatums and crying or telling me you're going to kill yourself if I break up with you. Really? I mean, how narcissistic is that? Okay, so I mean, this kind of seems like the opposite. Like whatever you were dealing with before is not what this person is. If this person is actually going to allow you to work in peace, that's your fucking number one primate right there. It's a motherfucker that lets you work in peace, okay? And is not there just like a gnat. Like, go away. Women don't realize, and men don't realize how stressful they can be when they're, insecure. Like, insecure people ruin everything, okay? Like, get some security people, okay? It'll change your life. Emperor in reverse with the 5 of Cups. Okay, this could be the 3rd house. This Emperor in reverse. What? I don't want to take him in reverse because I don't think he needs to be in reverse. I think this is the communication person for this Queen of Wands. I feel like this Emperor sees this Queen of Wands all lit up, right? And when she's all lit up like that, she's in her power. If there's a red flag, there's some type of red flag over her independent status. It's like like I said, I use the word bully because that's what it seems like. But I mean, these are grown-ass people, but grown-ass people can still be bullies. Trying to give you this like little bit of something. Yes, giving you a little bit of something and acting like that's what you deserve. Like, okay, so see this 4 of Pentacles symbolizes 4 different balls of ice cream. Okay, so they offer you this. This is their 4 of Pentacles. Like, oh yeah, but it's this small little bowl and it has every different kind in it and blah, blah, blah. When you are supposed to be getting this, the 9 of Pentacles. Does that look like the same thing to you? I don't think so. Okay, there's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 different flavors there. That's double and a little bit on what they really wanted you to settle with. Okay, like that's fucking shady. If not, they wanted you ending up with a little bit less than that. Okay, almost like it'd be melted or something. Okay, so what's the scraps? That's scraps. Somebody wanted you in scraps. And that's what these partners would end up doing to you, right? They would end up, like if you needed some quiet time, you needed to go to work, it was always, wham, you know, like, oh, you have to go to work at night. This is when we go out with our friends, or you're working on the weekend. That's when I'm off, and you have to work, and that's stupid. Why can't you work when I'm working? Again, like, okay, so you're just supposed to change your schedule, your work, everything you do, what, for a fucking lover? For a late night Latin fucking roll in the sheets? Like, fuck off. Really? No way. Nope. Collective won't do that shit. There's no fucking way. Because I think at this point in time, collectives too merged into their new bodies, their new mind, their new temple, their new soul, that they can't go back to somebody that's so shallow. That's shallow. You're going in the deep end now, right? Like you gotta go deep, okay? Like Elle has to go deep. This is different shit now, okay? When you deal with your trauma, okay, and your muffin top and your stretch marks, when you deal with all that shit, you just want somebody that sees you, just for who you are. Not what your boob size is, how little your waist is. Oh, you got some more lipo? Oh, you look great. Okay, elevation to men that actually see women who actually notice real men, and not these little fucking, you know, pants down to their fucking knees, fucking wiggle, fucking making $5 a day thinking they're G unit. Okay, gotta go. That's gotta go. No more of that. Okay, grown up time. Okay, because that's the only way that you're gonna find somebody, okay, on the other side of this door that's gonna let you be who you need to be without going, what did I do wrong? Why is he not talking to me? He hasn't responded to my text message in 5 minutes. He's fucking somebody else. You remember those relationships? All that shit used to come out of your head with somebody that didn't answer your page within 20 minutes. They were fucking somebody else. All right. They hadn't been home, you know, and they're supposed to be home and their mom doesn't know where they are. And then apparently now they're sleeping with something, you know, those fucking relationships. No more. If you're not confident, if you don't got your pants pulled up and your fucking heart where it needs to be, don't come swimming with the fucking grown-ups. Because the grown-ups, we ain't at bars and sitting around drinking with our hands down our pants. We're at like Walmart and the grocery store and fucking Canadian Tire. Okay? That's what real people are, doing real shit. Okay? That's the doors that collective needs. Okay? No more red flag bullshit, ultimatums. Now I'm going to fight you. Now I'm going to pull out my wand while you pull out your sword. And now we're going to fight each other because I'm unconfident and so are you. And I didn't know where you were last night. And you're going to say you're with your boys, but I don't really believe you because I'm not confident and I think I'm ugly. You know, like that. No more. It's more like, oh, where the fuck have you been in the last couple days? Maybe you don't even answer after a couple days. You know what I mean? Right? Standards. Raise them, ladies, because that's the only way you're going to get the hoppers. Okay, the real men. The men that are hiding children in the woods so then lab rats can't find them. The ones who fuck around. The NFA squad is coming. Okay, and if you're on the NFA team, then you know this is kind of badass. I'm not going to lie. Okay, when you come, you know, when you get on a team with people that don't give a shit, you know how we were talking the other day, like pain, don't feel it anymore. Okay, bullies, don't hear them anymore, right? All this shit, this is what that's for, right? Because now you become bulletproof. It's like a fucking superpower. To not hear anybody, see anybody talking shit anymore, to just go on your lovely way, living life, and not giving a shit if your neighbor thinks you're cool or not, or if the people down at the pub, you know, think you're a loser now and you're married because you don't go down there and fucking spend $100 on a Friday night anymore because you're not dumb. You know, like, honestly, raising your standards is incredible. And maybe that's what this North Node is. Looking at a future where your standards are raised and staying that high. Don't raise them and then drop them. My standards are so high. I live in a crack house. I don't give a fuck. I'm not dating no crackhead. I'm not messing around with none of that shit. If I don't get a man, I don't care. Why does it matter where I live? I got my shit together. I know what I'm doing. I'm not dumb, right? Status quo. Get it there. And give a fuck about nothing else, honestly. Like, what people care about, all that statistic, how much money do you make? What are you worth? What's your net worth? Is that love? Is that connection? Is that people who are understanding you? No. What do you lead with? How much do you make? Or what's your favorite place to go? What's your favorite thing to do? When you're all by yourself, what's the fucking song that you put on when you're, in a bad mood? Or what do you do when you're frustrated? Or, like there's so many other things to do and to talk about and to, get to know about people than their vices and their bullshit, right? And how much they want to control you. And, they said they want me around all the time. Yeah, but you got to work. You need to make money. You need your own time. You can't just be glued up to somebody because they like you. That's called lust. Learn about it. Okay? So I think we got some pretty decent relationships coming in here. They're collective. Cheers, motherfuckers. What are we, 3 days before Christmas? Oh my God, I tried to go to the mall today. Yeah, right. Oh my God, it took me 20 minutes to find a parking spot. And then my sister and I were like, I wonder what it's going to be like inside the mall. So we left and went to an all-you-can-eat buffet. And got high in the parking lot. Fuck Christmas shopping. I'll fucking do it when all those lunatics, all I wanted was a tarot deck. That's it. I was like, I'll just buy myself a tarot deck for Christmas. That's all I want. It's just a tarot deck. And then I wouldn't even go into the store once I found a parking spot. Fuck that shit. No way. It looked like a goddamn nightmare. I'm like, what are these people doing? Why do you have to be at the mall 4 days before Christmas? Are you crazy? I didn't even actually have to go into the mall. I was just going into a part, like chapters, on the outside of the mall. I couldn't even get there. Fuck that. Oh my God. It's the most wonderful time of year. It kind of really isn't. I mean, it just depends how you look at that. I have stickers on my car now to advertise my readings. So I'm trying to drive all around town now. Like, well, my car is an advertisement sticker. I have to drive around now all the time, okay? Oh, so funny. All right, what are we at? 29:18. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. I had a great day, great weather. Oh, it was such a beautiful day. Okay, this might be the last reading, so take it in, people. Take what resonates and discard the rest. Life over death. And death right beside it. What? What does that even mean? Life over death, and then death. Rebirth. Okay, so maybe people are talking about, like, you might have, or you might, okay, in the future, I don't know, go on something like glow up, I don't know, change your hair, or get a tattoo on your face, okay, or change up your wardrobe or something like that, and people are talking, okay, whether or not this is going on right now, or they have been, like, wherever this glow up is, okay, somebody's starting to really glow because of what I think is life after death, like definitely a rebirth. Maybe you're sober now. I don't know. It's like a shiny penny, like a bright, shiny new coin. But like, you're old, obviously, but you wouldn't really know it. I think you're carrying your age quite nicely. There's the shark. which makes me think you're dangerous. What was that? Dangerously liaisons? What? Liaisons? What the hell does liaisons? What the hell is that definition? Okay. It says now there's nobody here. Okay, Sarah, look up the word liaisons. Can you do that? Actually, I can do that. Don't worry. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. I got it. I really want to know because I'm pretty sure that is a movie, okay, for one. But I want to know what liaisons means. Because, like, that's a weird word. I'm stuck on that word right now. Oh, listen to this definition. Liaison, meaning communication for cooperation between groups, a person facilitating that, or a romantic/sexual relationship, especially secret ones. It can also refer to thickening agents. Okay, no, that's not it. And the spy series, Dangerous Liaisons. There's a link here. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay. I'm getting it. I think you might have a secret. You're either having a secret affair with somebody and people are gossiping about it, or they're saying you're having a secret affair with somebody. Okay. There was a rumor that went around that I was banging the chief of police. So I had to look him up because I'm like, well, I want to know who I'm banging. His name was Stu. He might still be the chief of police, but I was like, he's not that bad looking. Like, I would do him. All right. So just know that people talk shit, okay, because of how dangerous you are. You're dangerous. Dangerous liaisons. You're dangerous in a group because of who you are now. Oh. What does this mean? Voodoo doll on the top. They voodoo dolled you to death. Okay. You know you've died when you wake up in the morning and you have no idea where you are. And you're just at home. And it takes you a while to kind of like figure out where you are. And you've been there for years. You just died and woke up with a different soul. Because your soul, it's going to get the downloads from your body, your everyday movements and stuff pretty quick and like what you do. But when your soul, because you'll die when you're sleeping, and then your soul will leave and you'll get a different soul that will jump into your body and revive you again. Right? So if some biatch group is doing a fucking ritual on you and like, see, like I did needles going into like the heart, into the eye, into the groin. Okay. Those are massive parts of like infliction and leading to death. Okay. Like that, this is not good. Because Well, I mean, it's not good for them. Look at witch. Fucking bunch of witches, I told you. A bunch of fucking witches. And, like, this is the thing. It's like, it's conspiracies. I mean, like, I can only go off of, and, like, honestly, Spirit, I can only go off what Spirit said to me. And Spirit said multiple things to me while I was driving about where I would end up and the roads that I was taking and where it would take me. And I was hang on every fucking time. I didn't get lost. There was a couple of things that happened and I needed like straight affirmations right after of what I heard. And I got it right away. Affirmation signs from the universe right away. Like, yes, you just saw what happened. Yes, you were just told what just happened. Yes. You know, so many of it happens in downloads and like, you got to be receiving, but when you're driving, like sometimes because I'm driving, I'm in receiving mode because I'm completely grounded. So a lot of messages end up coming in when you're that grounded, when you're focusing on something, you'll get the messages to come in. So I feel like now your messages have come in. Okay. About, there was a soul swap. You just did a soul swap. And now you're dangerous as fuck. You're the most dangerous one in the whole crowd. People know it. You're going to see through people like they're fucking glass. I try to tell people, don't do black magic on people because you're going to end up making them stronger. There's magic right there. What I just tell you, don't do magic on people as I pull the fucking magician card. Okay? All right, Cancer, literally, the thing that kills you. Bouncer, Monster, and Haul It and Forget It. Honestly, I feel like the universe is, whoever this group of people were that did something to you, okay, that were aided in your death, they are now being escorted out of your life. They can't be around you anymore. They're not allowed. People can't just do magic on people every day and get the same rights. Like something's going to change. You can't just keep threatening people. I love that people think that they can and like nothing happens to them, because then they get the really bad things that happen to them for what they do to collective out there. And for the most part, it probably won't even hit collective because you're already going to be in a shitty place. So it can't really get any shittier, right? So it's like, joke's on you. My life can't get any shittier. So I guess it's going to bounce back and hit you, right? All this shit is going to come back to them. All of it. Right? That's why this monsters, there's a whole like gang of them that are getting escorted out of your life for doing this, for killing you, for being a part of what ostracized you from a group, killed you off, left you for dead. These people, I don't know how many rituals they did or they're still trying to do. I don't know what it is that they're trying to do to you, but it hurts you enough that it possibly costed you a soul. And I think I've had that happen now twice, where I've woken up and not known where I was. And like, I'm not a drinker. I don't do drugs. It's absolutely nothing like that. It has nothing to do with that. It takes me like, maybe about 5 minutes or so to kind of be like, okay, get my bearings, like you start to look around and you start to kind of download, listen to those downloads about where everything is and like, you're fine, you're here. It's a creepy experience to wake up and not know where you are, right? When you're in the same place you've been forever. Okay. But the soul doesn't know that because it hasn't seen through your eyes yet. It doesn't know where it is. So something definitely fucked up happened here. And someone's going to have to pay the price of that. Look at that. I didn't even see that card was flipped. That's disease. These people are so sick. I think they're full of cancer. I found out actually my neighbor has cancer. He only found out on the 15th. He told my sister he had just found out. And I just saw him. So that would be a week later. He looks like death. I was like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, well, yeah, I'm sick. And I'm like, yeah, but why? It's been a week. Why do you look like this already? That's not right. Like, I don't think he's going to make it if he already looks like this a week into it. A week? Oh my God, he's doomed. He's doomed. He looks like death already. Okay, so these people that did this to you, that created this magic, okay, that killed your soul, obviously it wasn't strong enough to kill you, right? Because you woke up, but it was strong enough to take your soul away from you, as if you weren't going to get another one. I don't know what they were thinking. If you were just going to walk around soulless or some shit like that, but it did not. It's not going the way that they planned it. And my God, they're going to hate you even more now because they did shit against you. It didn't work. And now you're going to come back prettier or skinnier or, with this smoking hot, piece of ass on your side. And then it's going to and it's going to be like, when are you going to learn, bitch? Stop doing fucking black magic against me or I'm going to be a millionaire by the end of the month. You know what I mean? Like, pick and choose your fucking battle. Like, and then they might die because of it. That's the fucking messed up part, is they might die just trying to kill you. And then we go to that word that I love so much, irony. I love it. Because it's not irony, it's called karma. Danny, where the fuck you been, homie? You just been lurking in the shadows quiet? As per usual. See, signs. I'm telling you. When the universe is speaking to you, watch for signs. I freaking figured you were. Okay, something quick is going to happen. All right, so keep your eyes open. Because whatever this person did, the karma now that is around that is going to alter your fate. And not in a bad way, in a good way. It's going to alter their fate in a fucked up way, but it's going to end up, because you lost something pretty big already, but technically you benefited out of it. Okay, that's the thing. And you know what I'm getting? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this cat that I drew up here, her name was Chevy. Her name was B-Bev. We called her Beautiful Beverly because I don't think her name was Chevy. I think it was Beverly. But anyways, she was a very feral cat. Like, her owners were so fucking mean to her and beat her up all the time and fucking abandoned her. Her one owner, he tried to drive her out of town and leave her, and she fucking found her way back. Like, this cat was incredible. She walked over to my house and decided she wanted to move in, and I took her in because she was a great cat. And when I bought her, as you can see right in front of her, there's this like little mouse, this little purple mouse that I drew. I went out and I bought her cat toys for Christmas. And she's reminding me now because I forgot it was for Christmas. She always got Christmas gifts under the tree. I always put gifts under there for her. And she would go all day, okay? And I would call her and she would come home and I would give her food and then she would go back out again. She was such an awesome cat. And when I bought her these gifts for Christmas, there was this little purple rat or mouse in it. And it was made of, it was fabric. So she could get her nails into it. And it must have been like spongy on the inside. And I would throw this thing down the hall in the house, and she would run so fast, and she would dive and catch it. And then her little back legs, cats, if you ever had a cat, her little back legs would just start like machine gunning, and she would bite it, and then she would put it in her mouth and walk it right back to me, and then stand there and wait for me to throw it. And then she would run off. And oh my God, this cat, she became a different cat with this toy. That's what she's saying. Is like, she was kind of an asshole, like I said, but I loved her. She was so sweet, and she was black, so she was magical, obviously, right? But as soon as this toy came out, she became this like this kitten again, right? Like she was on the streets. She was basically a homeless cat. Like once you're homeless, like you barely get your laughter back again. Okay, but she became a kitten again. She was, oh my God, she was like the sparkle that came back into her eye, every time she would play. And then she got so close with my sister and I, she would sleep on my sister's bum in bed. She was obsessed with sleeping either in between her legs on top of the blanket or literally right on her bum. And my sister would say she couldn't even move all night because B-Bev was on her bum. And we had to give her up because we moved away and we couldn't take her, and I felt so bad. But she went to a barn and everything was fine and she's good. But she's just telling me she changed. Like people can change. They can have this really outer layer and this thickening and this street sense of them. But if they trust you and you give them enough time, they'll open up and they'll become different people and they'll become different animals. And that, people need time, right, to trust you, and they need time to open up. And like, maybe that's who you're going to become now, or maybe because of what these people did to your soul, maybe this new soul that's coming to you is going to be like kitten, like, like playful again, wanting to run around, wanting to have fun again, because you're out of the darkness. I feel like there's a light coming, and it's a huge, beautiful opening to a tunnel that Collective has been in and for a really fucking long time. And it's not like you couldn't walk out of it, because you could, but what's the point of walking out of it when the shit that's happening in that tunnel isn't dealt with yet? So you can't go into the light when you got shit in the dark, right? It's like back and forth, back and forth. You get, right? So you just go into the dark, fucking deal with it all, and then come to the light when you're ready. So you don't gotta go back into the dark again, because the dark is all around you, but you don't need to go into your fucking darkness again. Right? You can stay in that light. So whatever these people did, I feel like, look at that. Fuel, lover, gaslight. There's the tower. Your dreams are going to change, right? There's werewolf. Like, I feel like somebody's soul is very much coming back alive. And that's going to be the karma attached to the black magic. The sacrifice that somebody did to get you to disappear. It doesn't work like that. Okay, because the real reason why they didn't want you around anymore is because they're fucking obsessed with you. Now, oh my God, I'm getting hospital music right now by Matthew Good. He's talking about something being painful and really slow. And what cancer is. Cancer is painful. It's slow. It fucking eats you alive. And if you act like it's not there, it's not going to be any better either. But even if you fight it, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to survive it either. So wow. These people are going to figure out and witness what it feels like to die. And I don't know if they're going to be coming back. You know what I mean? These are structures that need to come down because of how toxic they are. And cancer is poison. It's poison growing in your body. And and I just heard the upside of this would be too, what's going to fuck them over even more is like, say they wanted you to get sick or some shit like that. They wanted you to get cancer or something like that. This new soul that you're adapting just said to me, yeah, wait, I'm going to make them quit smoking any day now. And I'm like, oh shit, because smoking would be attached to a demon that they're attaching to you to try to kill you. That's what smoking does. You're not going to live a healthy life if you smoke cigarettes. Everybody knows that, right? But they'll keep smoking them until they crash. So you get a soul upgrade. And I remember all of a sudden just being so turned off of cigarettes. And I remember when I was working with somebody who was pregnant, and by 6 weeks she was done smoking. She couldn't smoke anymore. She was getting nauseous and dizzy, and it's not like she wanted to smoke anymore, but you know, she kind of wanted to wean herself off of cigarettes. And like I said, she made it 6 weeks, and by 6 weeks, all it was she asked me for a drag of my cigarette. I was driving her home, or no, we were working, and she came out. She's like, Mooner, cigarette. So I gave it to her. She wasn't even buying them at that time. She took one drag of it, and I looked at her face, and she just like, she was going to throw up. And I go, it turned on you, didn't you? They turned on you, didn't they? And she was like, I'm never smoking again. And she never did. And that was the same with me. But that was pregnancy that made her give that up. Because when you're pregnant, you'll notice some people will change souls with pregnancy because they will die in their sleeps and get a new one. It's a more mature soul, a more motherly soul. Other people, they'll hope that their soul will elevate to that and they'll stay juvenile moms and dads for the rest of their lives. But others, children, will actually make your soul elevate. And I guess soul elevation and soul upgrades would be literally soul swapping. It's not like your soul gets an upgrade. It is what it is. You get a different soul, right? It's like something like that. Okay. So it would be, and I remember when I was, because I was at that phase where I would take hauls of my sister's cigarettes until, I don't know where we were, but it was a summer and she was smoking and I go, haul, or, you know, give me a drag. And she handed me her smoke again, one drag. And I was like, I'm done. And then I tried menthols for a bit because we could still get menthols out here at the reserves. Nope. Done with menthols. Couldn't smoke them. They hurt in my throat. Like, you know, when you're done, you're done. Right. And I didn't plan on that. I didn't want to be done smoking. I fucking loved smoking. I love everything about smoking. I smoked too much weed because I love smoking so much, but I couldn't smoke cigarettes anymore. Right. So, and I mean, smoking, again, like that's tobacco. Like tobacco is very sacred, but it'll kill you, right? Especially wrapped around all that paper, those filters. You want to smoke it in a pipe. It's probably the most natural way to do it. But again, you will get the health factors from it. Right. So I feel like if this is a soul upgrade, like if something does happen, the one thing that you will notice is you will drop a habit, even alcohol. Like I always think I'm going to drink and I'll say something like, oh, I'm going to have a drink, or I'm going to have a margarita, or this is the time I'll have a drink. And I never do. Like, I don't need to. Like, I'm so happy in the moment in my body that alcohol just fucks with that. It's nasty. It's gross. I'm a pothead. It's super dehydrating. Every time I even try to take a sip of it, I feel like I need a sip of water because there's too much dryness. It dries me out, and then it dries my water out. And then I'm like, ugh, no alcohol, right? But I'll still have a drink every now and then. But I'm just saying I never plan it. It's never in my house. It's not something that I do, right? And that's, again, I think because of a soul upgrade, right? So you'll know the signs of the things that are happening if you drive around and you ask a question and you see a sign, right? And or you know, spirit makes you look at a sign, usually that'll be your answer, right? So this soul upgrade is going to be huge for somebody. Look at that. Facts, evidence that somebody is soul swapping. So you'll see effects of that pretty quickly, depending on when you watch this video. Or, and that's the thing, is like, it might not be something that happens for everybody right away, but then you might look back on this reading and be like, I think I got a soul ascension, right? I think I soul swapped. You most likely did. And these people that, like I said, that started this original black magic against you, woo! Cancer's going to kill them. Look at that. Songs will also communicate with you. Music, lyrics, even if you ask a question and then a song comes on and you look on your radio and you're like, that kind of looks like the answer. It probably is. Okay, it probably is your answer indeed. The universe will always speak to you. Okay, so there's prophecy all of a sudden now with money. Okay, so I don't know. I think this new soul wants to make you some money, honey. I don't know. Maybe you're just going to get wicked smart and do some really good financial moves. There's a wicked prophecy here, like awesome prophecy. Okay, and it's not going to be for everybody because it's a general message. But just know that with every crime done against you, if you have your protection put out there, it's not even going to touch you. And then remember what happens after somebody tries to spiritually attack you. For the most part, they will end up in the ruins. And you will be fine. Okay? So, huge reading, ladies and gentlemen. That soul ascension shit is huge. It fucking moves mountains. It changes your life. All right, what do you want to know? You want to know if you're going to get permanent residency in Canada in 2026. Okay, what's your name? Like, is it Charles? Like C? I can't really see that. C. Rhonda? I need to know your name. Okay, where are you from? Okay. Chitanya? Okay, is it she? I'm guessing? Okay. Not the right time. So I don't think 2026 is your year. Oh, it's a he? Okay, well, let me ask one more time because even from your picture, sorry, it's kind of blurry. So let me ask one more time, okay? Because I said she, so that could be wrong, all right? Okay, so we have not the right time on the bottom of the deck. Okay, again, but look at this. We do have yes. Okay, and we do have let go. And we also have unlikely. So I'm kind of thinking that it's possible what the universe is trying to say is it might not be in the beginning of the year, but come possibly maybe September, October, November, it's possible by that time. That's the time I'm getting, like a year, like definitely within the year from now. Okay, as long as you follow all the guidelines, Do everything you're supposed to do. Make it everywhere that you're supposed to. As long as you cross all your T's, dot all your I's, do everything you're supposed to do, you should be fine. But again, I feel like later in the year. Does anybody else have any questions? We haven't done questions actually for like a few readings. So if anybody has like question like you, Danny. Oh, I think it is. I think it is. As long as you do everything you're supposed to, you should be fine. But then if it's not 2026, like I said, by the end of it, if not early by 2027, that shit does take a lot of time. Holy cow. And there might be some changes that are done. So just keep your head up, just as long as everything stays good. Because again, anything could happen. You could all of a sudden, not want to be here or something happens, so many things can happen. That's why it's hard with predictions, because people change. You decide that what you want today is really not what you want tomorrow, right? So as long as that still remains what you want, you should be able to get it. I don't know what that means, Sarah. You either got to give me a name or be way more clear than that. Okay, what are you talking about, Danny? Are you saying that there's some man that's writing to you trying to ask you to do a spell for a woman? Like he wants you to do a spell to a woman? Like what kind of spell? Like a love spell? Okay, no? Okay. Okay, everybody try to write your questions one more time. But remember, you have to be as clear as possible to spirit. Kind of makes it seem like you guys are throwing me into the mist here a little bit, all right? Danny, I just don't understand what you're saying. Does this unknown man the right to me try to help do a spell? I don't know what that means, Danny. I'm going to give you a minute to sort that out. Sarah, rewrite your question. Okay, some man wrote to you, and I think that he might write to me to help a woman to make through that a spell against me. Oh my gosh, Danny, you have got to work on your English. Oh my God, I don't know what you mean. Okay, he might write to me to help a woman to make through that a spell. I don't understand. I don't know what you're saying, sweetheart. Like, what do you mean energetic anchor? Like he's anchoring you down? Like in a bad way? Some kind of intervention. What? Oh, so you think a woman put a spell on you and a man is telling you about it? So do you want to know if the man is telling the truth? Like, do you want to know if there's a spell on you? No. Okay, so what did the man say to you? So a man contacted you about something to do with you? I gotta get to the bottom of this, Danny. You're driving me crazy. Okay, so it's a random guy you don't know. And how is he communicating with you? He's writing you emails and you don't know him. He says hi. That's creepy as fuck. Some dude you don't know writes to you and says what? Like he likes you? He says hi? Through message. Like he has your text message, he has your phone number? Block his ass. He could be spam. Like, do you want to know if he's real? What do you want to know about him? Oh, for sure. Did he just text you out of the blue and just say something one day? Oh, you think he's working with somebody else? Oh. Okay. Okay. Has Danny got some guy fucking with her? Like, what's this guy's name? Does he give you a name? What does he go by? Like, is it a username or is it a phone number or Roman? Okay. I think he is. We got yes on the bottom of the deck, and the other two were reconsider and not the right time. And then there was yes right there. So I think, like, I mean, are you kind of like thinking that maybe you're just being paranoid or something like that? I don't think that paranoia is just out of the blue and from nowhere, you know that. And if you have some random woman text you or somebody text you saying that they know you, but yet you don't know them, that is crazy fucking creepy. And I would block his ass. No, okay, well, not paranoid, but obviously you're wondering about it, which means you're paranoid. I know paranoid sounds like a bad word. I don't know. skeptical. You were skeptical. Sorry. Is that a better word? Obviously, you knew that he wasn't what he is supposed to be. And honestly, if you ain't out there handing out black cards with your fucking phone number on it, how do they even know? Like, I get these random text messages all the time. They'll say, like, hi. Or, how are you today? Do you still think about me? Like, they're the most random text messages in the entire world. I just block them. I find out where they're coming from. Oh, the latest was, do you need a job? And the number was from LA. I'm like, how do they get your phone number? I don't know. It's like a fucking call center just gives your fucking phone number out to people. But he's going to have some problems, son. Okay, so now, Sarah, you want to know why do people think that you are suspicious all the time? Sarah wants to know why people think she's so suspicious. Choose a new direction. Maybe they don't think you're suspicious. Maybe you think they think you're suspicious. Because it's choose a new direction with it. So it's not exactly how you think it is. It's a little bit like either you want to create suspicion around you for the sake of people not knowing exactly what you're doing. It's kind of like a mind game, right? And then when they actually do pick up that it's people you're not giving everybody the right answer, then your senses appeal to the fact that now they do believe that you're suspicious, right? So it's like you got to see it a little bit differently. There's something that you're not thinking properly the way, but you know, if people think you're suspicious, they find you dangerous, and that's a good thing, because then they won't fuck with you. They think you're always going to do something, but that's fine. They can try to blame you for things or think you're going to do something, but that's the part of your persona. You do that for a reason. You put up that wall for a reason so people don't fuck with you. For example, there's a warlock and he has a client that wants to hex somebody. So how can they now in this time get energetic anchor? Okay. Okay, so April. Third party in my relationship, she came knocking at my door late one night for him. What is this young girl's name? Sorry, I'm not trying to start any shit, but like, I need to know like a little bit. I can't just know like somebody came knocking for somebody. That's not like the bet. Can I just get her name? Just her first name? So I can ask, and then you can delete the message right after. You don't have to leave it up there. Okay. Was this recent? Did she come? She obviously came to your house recently. Okay, well, just call her Angel in your head. Picture that girl in your head. Call her Angel for right now until I ask the question, okay? You're going in the right direction. So you definitely need to be worried about her. But the thing that came into my mind was this little trampling ass hoe can do whatever she wants. You got to worry about if you can trust your man. That's the real problem, because she can do whatever she wants. It doesn't matter. You got a faithful man. He's going to always stay faithful. But if he's sniffing in another direction, then you definitely need to be worried about her. There you go. There you go. Well, you need to be a little bit worried. Spirit says you need to worry. If you got cameras, watch them. If you don't got them, get them. Go. The time is right. You go get those Ring cameras right now, girlfriend. You put them in your house. You watch that person. Even if you know like where her house is, fucking point it in that direction so you can see if he's going over there. Honestly, at this point in time, I never trust anybody. You want to hope you can, and hopefully when you put this shit up or ask around or whatever, hopefully you don't find out anything. But that kind of worries me, because it's like, chicks, desperate people, they'll always try something. They'll always try to get into the door. But, I mean, if you have a faithful person, then, like, it doesn't matter who knocks on the door. They're never going to answer it. Ever. Right? So, it's kind of, like, tricky, right? Oh, well, there you go. Be careful, girlfriend. You know I'm all about the women. I got your back. Okay. Are we ready to wrap it up here, people, or do we still want to go with more questions? Oh, of course you did. You're the fucking woman of the house. She gonna like you. You're like Mount Everest between her and your man. Oh, God, I do not like envy you, April. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not making fun of you or anything. Like, this is the face I make when I'm nervous, because I could kill people who fuck with me. Oh God. Sleep tight, girl. I'm not gonna lie, honey. I can't pronounce those names. But I'm just gonna look and I'm gonna see, is reunion possible? Let go. Well, let go, honey. You never know. Does Vivek like me? Okay. Who are you? Okay. Well, there you go. See, a woman's intuition. Never fuck with a woman's intuition. I'm telling you. We always know. Suribi. Okay, Vivek. Does Vivek like Suribi? Okay, so Spirit's kind of saying you might not think that he likes you, but listen to your intuition, because there's something that he does like about you. Whether it's your personality, if you play a sport, or if you go to school, or if you work together, there is something that he does like about you. So listen to your intuition on that one, all right? Always remember, if you like somebody, if you work with them or something like that, if you like them, they'll always try to talk to you in these like little ways, like they'll just ask you a question or brush by you or always look at you. When your window comes, you ask him out. All right. Ask him for a drink. Ask him, be like, hey, I gotta lift this really heavy dresser. Do you want to come over and like have a beer with me and help me lift it? You got to get in there. Well, there you go. So Your intuition on that one, all right? Because I think he does like you. All right, people. He didn't talk me. Well, that's your clue right there. If they don't talk to you, you know they like you. That's an insider thing, okay? Boys who like girls might not talk to them because they're super shy and they think they're going to sound stupid and dumb, and, you know, you just never know. Okay, you just never know. He might be putting up a little bit of a front, okay? Listen to your intuition. Anyways, I'm going to peace out. Thank you. Thank you for your likes. 12 likes. Fucking, we killed it today, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And anyways, there you go. Look at Danny's got some great advice for you right there. But make it private. Damn right, make it private. Friggin' become a freak in the sheets. I'm just kidding. Not on the first date. Don't fuck on the first date, okay? Be classy. Fuck on number 3. Like normal people. Okay. I'll be back tomorrow. I have a lot going on. Obviously it's Christmas, so I'll be like in and out and back and forth, and whenever I can be here, I will. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking. 13 likes. Woo! Peace out, everybody. All right. Thank you for joining if you did, and I'll be back. All right. Later, Gators. Happy holidays.